So I don't have a video project this week, so I thought we'd just take a look around the barn, and I wanted to start with my scrap steel pile. I think if you ever do any welding, it's good to collect scrap steel. It doesn't really go bad. And maybe about 10 years ago, I built a treated deck with 3/4 inch treated plywood. And whenever I find a piece of steel that I think is interesting, I'll just throw it on this deck. You can see it spilled over a little bit. These are the planters. This one I built, and I have a project video on this. And this one is from the Park Seed Company. And I'm hoping to work with Park Seed in the spring to create an elevated bed. It'll be kind of like my welding studio area, and it will be filled with the 3/4 inch bluestone, and then maybe have 4 or 6 of these planters on it. This was a project that I think I did it in the early spring. It was reusing an old cabinet, and this worked out great. We keep all of our bee equipment in here, our bee suits. A lot of people often ask, and I've made videos about it, how big is the barn? And it's 16 feet wide by 32 feet long. So this is the welding studio, and this has been a project that's been coming along now for years, and with the new cabinet over here where I now keep my oxygen and acetylene tanks, I'm all set up for welding outdoors. When you have a wood shop, it's really not great to combine welding and woodworking in the same building. It's just so easy to create a fire. So now that I've got this set up, and if you didn't know, this is where my welder is. This is just an old Lincoln welder I've had for probably 30 years. Somebody gave it to me, and it works great. I just plug it in inside the barn, and I was welding with it the other day. I made these little hold down clips for my anvil, and this works great. This thing is really on here now. Another project was the outdoor kitchen cabinet. I am going to just blow the lines out probably in a week or two. I keep looking at the weather, and as soon as I see a night that is 30 degrees or 32 degrees or below, I'll blow the lines out, and then I will no longer have water outside the barn. This was another project that was in the summer, and that's the small extension to the platform here, and that was for the kitchen cabinet project. I've got water that comes from the barn, goes underground, and comes out underneath the sink. I still need to build a cabinet on what will be the left side of the grill, or what is the left side of the grill. A lot of people ask me about this stone. This is 3/4 inch bluestone. I get it from Risers here. Risers is a local landscape supply company, and I get everything that I use for the yard: grass seed, soil, mulch, things like that. This will be the last thing that I need to do. This is an old piece of scrap metal. I'll cut these little pieces of angle iron off, grind it down, and then finish it with a wax finish so it doesn't rust too easily, and build it up on a platform, and then this will be my welding area. It's nice to have a steel table to weld on. For one, it won't burn, and two, it creates the ground. So when you're welding, you hook the ground to the steel, and then anything on top of that table will create the connection. I'm using an arc welder, and so basically the rod melts as the electricity goes through it. So I'll probably do this in maybe the next couple of days or a week. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little tour and a look at some of these projects. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.